Okay, if we're looking for tangent of 75, and it says use the sum or the difference identity. So I'm going to use tangent, and then we'll use 45 plus 30, and that will give me 75. Okay, so my alpha is 45, and my beta is 30. So we need to use this formula here. Tangent of alpha plus beta, that is equal to tangent of alpha plus tangent of beta minus 1 minus tangent of alpha times tangent of beta. Okay, so plug it in. Tangent of 45 plus tangent of 30 divided by 1 minus tangent of 45 times tangent of 30. Okay, I need 45 and I need 30. So 45, 90, 45. These are 1s. Square root of 2. That's a 30. This is a 60. This is a 90. This is square root of 3. This is 1. This is 2. Tangent of 45 is 1 plus tangent of 30. That's going to be y over square root of 3. So tangent of 30 would be 1 over the square root of 3. Okay, so 1 plus the square root of 3 over, this is going to be 1 minus, okay, 1 times 1 over the square root of 3, which that's the same thing as 1 plus 1 over the square root of 3 over 1 minus 1 over the square root of 3. Okay, which we can go ahead and rationalize that. That's, actually let me erase these and get a little bit more room. Okay, so that's going to be 1 plus square root of 3 over 3, 1 minus the square root of 3 over 3. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this 3. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 3. So 3 times 1, then 3 times the square root of 3 over 3, the 3's will cancel. And this 3 times 1, and this 3 times the square root of 3 over 3, those 3's will cancel. And I get 3 plus the square root of 3 over 3 minus the square root of 3. Okay, at that point, I need to multiply by the conjugate. So 3 plus the square root of 3 over 3 plus the square root of 3. Okay, so now I have 3 plus the square root of 3 times 3 plus the square root of 3 over 3 minus the square root of 3 times 3 plus the square root of 3. Okay, so 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times the square root of 3 is 3 square root of 3. Square root of 3 times 3 is 3 square root of 3. And then square root of 3 times square root of 3, that is just 3. All over 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times square root of 3 is positive square, or 3 square root of 3. Negative square root of 3 times 3 is negative 3 square root of 3. Negative square root of 3 times square root of 3, that is negative 3. Okay, well those go away. Okay, now let me come over here, erase this. So now I've got that 9 plus the 3, that's going to give me 12. Plus, and then I got a 3 plus a 3, that gives me 6 square root of 3. All over 9 minus 3, or that will give me 6. Notice I got a 6 I can take out 6 from every one of these. So this would be 2 plus square root of 3 all over 6. And then our 6 will cancel. So we have 2 plus the square root of 3. And that is our final answer. Or it could be switched, square root of 3 plus 2. They mean the same thing. But that's the answer for number 5. Alright, question number 7. It gives you this information right here. Sine of a minus b, we'll use this formula. Cosine of a is 1/3 and a is in quadrant 1 like I have here. Sine of b is negative 1/2 and b is in quadrant 4 like I have here. So what they're trying to do is they gave you cosine of a, which is this part right here. They said that's 1/3. And then sine of b, they gave you that as well. They said that is negative 1/2. We need to go back and get sine of a and cosine of b. Okay, so for a, they say that this is x over r. So for a, this is 3 and this is 1. To find this right here, we can use the Pythagorean identity. So we've got, we'll say that this is y. Okay, so 3 squared is equal to y squared plus 1 squared. So this is 9 is equal to y squared plus 1. Subtract that 1, so 8. And then square root both sides. So this would be 4 times 2, or 2 square root of 2 for y. 2 square root of 2 for y. And then same thing for b. This is saying that this is y over r. So r is 2 and y is negative 1. Well, hey, if that's a 2, that's a negative 1. That's got to be a square root of 3. Okay, so then I can go back and I can find sine of a and cosine of b. So if I'm finding sine of a, so I'm up here, which is y over r. Well, y is 2 square root of 2 over r, which is 3. And then finding cosine of b, which is x over r. Okay, for b, we have square root of 3 over 2. Well, then I'm going to plug everything back into this formula here. So I got sine of a, 2 square root of 2 over 3. And then times cosine of b, which is square root of 3 over 2, minus cosine of a, they said was 1/3. And then sine of b, they said was negative 1/2. Okay, so I've got 2 square root of 6 over 6 minus, and actually I got a negative here, so that's going to make this a positive, 1 over the square root of 6, which that would give me 2 square root of 6 plus 1 all over 6, which is our final answer.